you, Ella? What she got? Does she have breakfast? So I am back to do Ella's cage tour. Oh, be nice, Beep. Unfortunately, I didn't get to it later the same day because I got busy doing stuff. There you go, Beep Beep. There, what's in there for you? So, it's a couple days later. Here, she's going to check it out. What's in there? Oh, are you coming to see us? Hi. Hi. I thought I'd show everyone your cage. You sassy little thing. Hey, you're so nosy. So it is a couple days later, but the cage looks about the same. It's got a few poos here and there, so you'll have to forgive us. So the first thing I want to say is it is a Vision cage. I'll put the exact model of what I think it is. I'll just write it across the screen. I'll look it up for you. But there are a few different models, and this one, as you can see, is very large. If you have a bird, please do not ever cheap out on your bird toys. You never ever want to get them from a dollar store because the silver, any kind of metal that could be in that toy, like chains or links, anything like that, could have higher concentrations of lead. And lead can lead to lead poisoning in your bird. Ella has had lead poisoning, not from cheap bird toys, because I've always paid quite a bit of money for mine. It was from something else she got into, but it's not fun. It was about 6 weeks of injections and antibiotics. She couldn't walk. It was really scary and expensive, wasn't it? But now you never know that you were sick. And then it was almost like little bird physiotherapy, trying to build up the strength in her feet again. So anyways, she's all back to normal now. That was a couple years ago. So I'm sorry, I'm just gonna kind of show you all the toys in her cage and the perches. I don't know what exactly they're called because I just kind of buy them and then I put them in her cage. So I can't give you the exact like model of each toy, but I'll show you what each toy does. So since you're up here now, Miss Nosy, we're going to go down below, huh? So this is one of her favorite toys. It is just rope mixed in with some little wooden pieces and plastic pieces, and it's all knotted together. And basically, I think that one was around $8 or $10. Like I said, bird toys are not cheap. What I try to do is go somewhere like PetSmart where they have a huge toy selection for parrots and try to buy the ones that are on clearance or on sale, because there's nothing wrong with them. It's usually they're just getting rid of a model. Back there she's got a little rope swing toy that she doesn't really play on. And she's got this one here that has little bells. She loves things with bells and mirrors as well. So this one here has the little mirrors that flip and the bells. And this here is just like rope with just different little wooden beads. She's already wrecked one of the little beads. She's got a bird ladder there. And then this one is actually two toys I've put together. So this one here is just plastic balls with a little bell on the end. And then, hi! She's like, what are you doing in my cage, Mom? This is my cage. And then what I did was actually just hook it together to this one here. That's just circles all together, and then that had a bell on the end. So I just made it go all the way down the cage because, as you can see, this is a very big cage. And this one here is just a ball with the rope and the little pieces of tissue. These are going to look a little silly because if you watch the first part of this where I cleaned out her cage with the jet, what happens is all these animal safe dyes actually tend to leak, which I don't really care about so much, but it does give some things some funky colors because some of the tissue paper leaks. The colors leak onto the rope. But that's not a big deal, is it? It's not a big deal, because you still like it regardless. The other thing that you want to make sure that you have in your cage are lots of different types of perches, because birds are always on their feet. So in order to kind of keep those muscles in their feet nice and strong, you want to give them different kind of mediums to perch on. So this one here is one of those stone perches. This is really great for keeping nails filed down. I don't know if she nibbles at her nails as well, or if it's just from standing on this, but I've had Ella 5 years, 6 years, and I've never had to clip her toenails, which is nice because I'm sure that would not be an enjoyable experience. This one here is just a wooden perch, not the best for their feet. You usually want something that isn't completely smooth, but like I said, we've got all different ones in here, so she's always on something different. This here is starting to look a little yucky, but this is really important to have in your bird's cage, especially if you have a female. It's calcium Cuttlebone, I think it is. So usually you see them as just little shapes that you tie to your cage. I really like the Perches because not only can she likes to stand on it basically and nibble at it, and it's really good when she's laying eggs because I know that she's getting the extra calcium she needs. Usually that also gives me an indication of when she's going to lay eggs because she starts nibbling on that more. Although it's starting to look, I've just really given it a good scrub, but it's starting to look a little iffy. We might have to replace that. The problem is sometimes she poops on it too. So I'm forever scraping stuff off with a knife. But yes, so that is pretty important in your cage. So we've got the ladder. So this one here was one of those things that at PetSmart, I love this. It's like it looks like a natural piece of a tree branch, and all three pieces are different sizes. They're not even. And it was one that I got on clearance for I think $4 or $5. So I've got that one in there. This one was just a plastic, not the best, especially since you don't really want your bird. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can get in here. You don't really want your bird chewing on plastic too much. But see, she chewed the leaf of that a little bit, so I took it out for a bit, but then put it back in. But the branches kind of move a little bit, and she thinks it's fun. So we have another perch here, and we have a ladder up here. She loves this ladder. This one here, sorry, I'll try and get, so we're not looking at bars. This one here, she's also taken an interest to, and she loves to sit on this one and move these around. So there's 3 little bells on there. This is where she sleeps at night. So I think this makes her feel like she has a friend because there's this nice big mirror here. And she either sleeps on that one, or I do have a second one. So sometimes I catch her sleeping on that one, but that's where she perches at night. This is her absolute favorite toy in the whole wide world. I know it is. It's her favorite. So usually in the morning she's singing and dancing and playing with that toy. And this toy I actually have to replace every couple months because she does destroy it. But it's her favorite, so I always buy her a new one. I know, I do. This toy here just hangs down like that. And it's got all these different wood chews, some rope. The wood was actually covered in colored tissue paper, but she's chewed most of that off. Hello, miss. You're so pretty. You want to say hi? Say hi. Oh, now you're playing shy. So, back here, she also loves this bell, and she loves the little ropes with the beads. She loves to just twirl them in her beak. It's really cute. So there's a little bell there, another perch there. These green perches, they're the ones that actually come with the cage. I've got some other ones as well, but I've taken most of them out and just tried to replace them with different perches. And as you can see, she's got another rope chew hangy toy way back in the corner there. Yes, you do. Can I see the other side? Thank you. So, she's got this piece of wood, this twisty piece of wood that goes all the way down and connects to either end. And another rope wood toy. I think she got that for Christmas. This one she loved. She got this for Christmas and has pretty much destroyed it. So there was like a Java wood ball. These balls, or these little boxes, have tissue paper, and then inside them is just little bits of rope and stuff like that. And then there are just these little odd bits of braided safe. I don't know what it is, sisal or something. But you just love that one, don't you? You do. And then crisscrossing in her cage are these little rope ladders that she's on right now. So I know people think that she has a lot in her cage. She does. A lot of that started because of the lead poisoning, because she didn't have a lot of strength in her legs and she couldn't climb these bars that well, as she clearly has no trouble doing that. So I started buying her more little ladders and ropes and things like that so that she could get around easier. And then with that I also bought her toys because I felt bad. So she probably had about half the amount of things in her cage then as she does now. But as you can see, look how little she is compared to the rest of the cage. She can actually still fly around the bottom of the cage, but she gets let out all the time anyways. And she's got still lots of space because she's so little, and she's got this cage all to herself. This is another one of her favorites. It's one that actually kind of fell apart. It was one I got on clearance at PetSmart for like $1 or $2. And it's just seashells and beads tied onto these little spongy strings. She loves to play with those. She loves them. And seashells are also a good source of calcium, I think. But you don't want to get them, I don't think, from the ocean. You want to make sure they come from a store where they've been properly cleaned. And then this one she doesn't play with that much. Whoop. But it just hangs on the back of her cage. So it's just like a little bell thing. Like that. I know, I'm sorry. And then she's got a few more little, there's an X and O thing she can play with. This one, I'll show you. This one she likes to sit on the ladder there. So I put a ladder there. And play with. And there's another ladder right there. There's Ella showing off. He's so happy. Her water bowl is just right back there. And actually, I used to have her water dish on the floor. Hi, Beep. Hello. You're so saucy. Hi. So I used to have her water dish on the floor of her cage. But what happened was it was getting so dirty so quickly because she would be on a perch and she'd poop and it would land in the water. It was getting the corncob bedding, which is under the grate there, all messy. This stuff, like when it gets wet, it molds really fast. So I was trying to figure out a way to do that, and then I remembered that those dishes originally came with little attachments to attach to your cage. So I put it halfway up her cage, and not only do I think she loves it because she'll be sitting on a perch and then all of a sudden she'll just kind of hop in there and have a bath, but it's keeping it a lot cleaner. So I changed that about a month ago and I'm really liking it. And it's the same with her food dishes. Well, her vegetable dish. So her veggie dish is right there. Right now there's romaine lettuce, red leaf lettuce, some red pepper, carrots, and almonds I think in there. And then usually the only thing that's on the floor is just her small dish that I put her seeds in. But I try not to put that in for the full day because I want to encourage her to eat her veggies, which you're pretty good at. Yeah, you like them. Birds are smart and they need to be kept, their minds need to be kept busy. So they always need to have some kind of enrichment, and you'll be surprised at how playful your birds are. Hi. If they're given the opportunity. See how little she is in this whole big cage? So So to me, all I'm doing is keeping her busy when I can't spend time with her. That's all of this is for. And a lot of people, which I think is good too, will switch out toys. So I do have, you are so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. I do have some extra toys in here. Not this, obviously. But there's her other big dish, and there's some different toys and stuff in there. And I think I have toys somewhere else too. But what I've actually found with Ella is that she doesn't like her toys being changed out because she gets kind of fearful when I introduce new toys. She's not sure what to think about them. She's not really curious. I just find she gets very scared very easily. So instead of swapping out toys every week, which actually was stressing her out, I'll just kind of replace one here and there now and again. But I've really given her a lot of toys that now, because they've been in here for a while, she's totally comfortable with. So anyways, that is Ella's cage tour. So bye-bye from me, and bye-bye from Ella. Want to say bye? Bye-bye, Ella. Bye-bye. Okay, bye guys.